Welcome back, Tigers! In this video, we're going to review the two distinct updates Salesforce is making to how users will authenticate their Salesforce logins via the UI. The first set of changes applies to admins or users with higher privileges, and the second changes applies to all employee users. You can find the links to both of these Salesforce articles in the description below. Experience Cloud users are still not required to use MFA, so there's no changes for those users. For admins and privileged users, Salesforce is now requiring users to update to a phishing-resistant multi-factor authentication method. They define these users as anyone on the standard system administrator profile or users with any of the following permissions assigned to them via a profile or permission set: modify all data, view all data, customize application, or author apex. This means users with these four permissions can't use the Salesforce Authenticator or a TOTP app that generates a time-based one-time numeric code like the Microsoft or Google authenticators, and they can't use admin-generated temporary verification codes as an approved method for MFA. If you are an admin or privileged user using SSO, Salesforce will now require specific signals to verify that a phishing-resistant MFA method was used at the identity provider level. To identify if your identity provider has the appropriate requirements, use this chart to find out how Salesforce has classified your SSO logins in this article called Prepare for Phishing-Resistant MFA Enforcement for Privileged Users, including admins. You can find the link in the description below. Now, if your identity provider does not qualify as a phishing-resistant MFA method, then you will be required to authenticate using a supported method. We will be creating two videos on how to set up two phishing-resistant MFA methods. The first video, and my favorite, we will show you how to use YubiKeys to authenticate. YubiKeys are physical keys that do not require a user to install anything on their mobile devices, which could be ideal for companies that don't issue phones to their employees. The second video will show you how to use Windows Hello to authenticate to Salesforce. Now, Salesforce recommends setting up two or more verification methods so you have a backup available for MFA if you forget or lose your primary method. Salesforce has provided a way for users to identify which users are considered privileged users via an App Exchange package that you can install. This will allow you to quickly determine which users need to use a phishing-resistant MFA method to log in via the UI. We will have a separate video on how to install and use this app, as it has quite a few steps, as well as a couple of other options for you to assess your permissions. Now, for the non-privileged employee users, Salesforce is requiring all users to have MFA for all UI logins. Users with the Wave multi-factor authentication for exempt users permission will no longer be exempt after the enforcement date. Enforcement of the setting, require multi-factor authentication for all direct UI logins to your Salesforce org, will now become active, and admins can no longer disable it for any users. While Salesforce customers are encouraged to set up a phishing-resistant MFA method for all users, non-privileged users can continue to use the Salesforce Authenticator app, or they can use the TOTP apps like Microsoft or Google authenticators, or an admin-generated temporary verification code as an approved method for MFA. Now, the same SSO requirements that apply to privileged users also apply to non-privileged users. Use this chart to determine if your identity provider transmits an approved signal. Now, Salesforce also recommends activating passkeys to provide a faster phishing-resistant login without requiring a password. Users will then log in using just their username and a passkey. We will show you how to do this in the two videos I mentioned above on YubiKeys and Windows Hello. Now, you'll be able to test all of these settings early in a sandbox environment. Make sure to subscribe to get notified when we publish our step-by-step tutorials on how to enable all of this. Now, we know it's a lot, but take it one step at a time and be thankful Salesforce is taking the necessary steps to secure your org and your data. That's it. That's a wrap. Be sure to subscribe to Blue Tiger Academy so you don't miss our next video on how to set up phishing-resistant MFA methods for admins and privileged users using YubiKeys. We will show you what steps to follow to get this new authentication method set up in minutes. Let us know in the comments below if you have any questions or if you'd like to see a video on a different Salesforce topic. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.